Welcome back to another episode of the This Is Bullshit podcast. It's me, your guy, Ray, here up in the cut.
Whoa.
Along.
Whoa. Wait now. Hey, whoa. What's that? What you doing over there?
Can I do something new?
Not when you're stealing my whole flow, Drake.
I'm still a yo flow. I said me, the guy.
You don't even say that. You say it's your boy, and
I'm trying to switch it up.
It just sounded that familiar in my ears. That's how I caught it.
Oh Lord, look at Charles getting jealous, bro.
Ain't nobody jealous, bro. I just,
bro, you the last person to speak. You get the rest of it, okay? I gotta come out on.
Yes, sir. It's Dre. You know what I'm saying? We back right here on another episode of This Is Bullshit podcast. You know what I'm saying? I just had to go ahead and put an end to that because we ain't gonna get to the whole damn topic. This is gonna be the entire episode of the podcast. These two niggas arguing over some shit that don't even matter at the end of the day.
That's what I'm saying. He brought it up though, like he was all him. Go ahead, Charles.
I mean, you know who it is. It is. And that guy. I'm him. Him, Mr. He, Himothy, Hemi Buckets, whatever you want to call me, But you know who it is. It's your boy.
That's your thing. You say him.
You don't know who it is, you're going to get to know who it is. You know what it is.
And if you know who it is, welcome back.
All right, there you
go. Anyway, after all that chitter chat.
Would you say that was some bullshit? All right, yeah, I'll walk out.
I was like, nigga, I ain't got time for this right now. Anyway, topic we are talking about today is W and L Rizz moments, and possibly even talking about simp behavior, because it's getting bad out here. It's getting monstrous. But
it's a perfect example, as you heard from the previous episode of the podcast, the whole situation with that man's roommate. See, that is a perfect example of L Rizz. That is 100% simp behavior. And that's why I feel like, personally, there are too many dudes out here that are displaying that same type of behavior. Probably not as extreme as man's over there. I don't know about traveling from one state to a whole nother state. I don't know how common that is. But just similar stuff like that. Just doing the absolute most for a female who either you don't even know like that, or a female who is not willing to put in that same kind of energy. You know what I'm saying? So I guess it's time for us to have that conversation.
I mean, trust me, I'm willing to do some things for my girl, but if she don't reciprocate it, I'm not going above and beyond shit like that. And so actually, now that we're talking about the simp behavior stuff, so I feel like this is kind of a little bit different because of the scenario. So like my manager at my job, she told me like some stuff going on with her significant other. And she was saying like she loved that her man did one thing. So like she said her I don't know, she said her father passed. I don't know if it was like this year or like in the past or whatever. But she said whenever that did happen, her man and her dad's like apparently from Kansas or something. So she like flew down to Kansas, spent time with her dad before he passed, and then had the funeral and everything. Apparently her man's paid for her flight and like wherever she stayed till like the dad passed and stuff, which I was like, that's nice in a sense, that she didn't have to worry about that. I mean, I guess the only thing she really had to worry about was getting the funeral together or whatever with her family. But I was like, not that I disagree with that in that aspect because she's in a state of grieving. But I was like, I feel like a woman really wouldn't reciprocate that. Like if it was the reverse, like if the guy had went to go, be with his mom before she passes or something. Like I don't see my girl paying for my plane ticket and wherever I'm staying unless it's cheap. In that aspect. So I just wanted to ask, like, do y'all think a girl would do that? And I know this isn't the topic, but like in that situation, if you were to go see your dying mother, would she reciprocate that energy?
I feel like yes and no. She won't really like reciprocate as far like really financially. Her support would be more like emotionally.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Now, as far as buy my plane ticket and buy my what's it called? Nah. But the whole like like being there, supporting and whatnot. Yeah, that seems more accurate. Like having that conversation about like getting through it more than having that conversation about like here's $400. Go see your mom's.
Well, we're going to go ahead and go into the Rizz. So, Mr. Charles, since you believe you are the king of Rizz,
the Rizz god over here,
you be pulling, go ahead and let us know some moments of W and L Rizz, so to speak.
This nigga apparently is able to pull females from Blackboard and Discord.
I wouldn't say I'm a Rizz god. I just say it happens.
See, you say that, and then you next time we meet, you like, yes, sir, I'm that guy. I'm the Rizz god.
Maybe. But
he gonna shoot a shot with a female on LinkedIn at this point.
I wouldn't be surprised. Don't tell me you gonna write that shit down.
Write that down. I can't find my notepad. If I could, I'd write that down.
God.
But let's see here.
I can keep it professional.
W.
I could already see Charles now. He's like, I'm here to get a job. Yeah, that boyfriend application.
That's something he will say.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anyways, let's see here. W Rizz moments and L Rizz moments. I won't talk about just the ones that I've had. I'll talk about the ones I've had around me. I've seen it happen.
Okay.
This was a little W Rizz moment from one of my boys on Twitter. This is before he got banned off Twitter, which don't worry about the reason why. I don't remember the reason why.
Please don't tell me it was recent.
No. It was like a month or two ago. And he saw this chick, right? And she had posted this little flower on Twitter. So he hits her up and said, hey, that flower is kind of cute. I wonder if the person who took the picture looks just like the flower. And I was like, that's W Rizz. That's W Rizz. Commented on the picture, didn't make it weird, and then still complimented the woman as well without being creepy about it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Then he hopped off Twitter for 3 weeks and then ghosted her. But that's not important. The Rizz part worked.
We're not just gonna talk about how he just said, yeah, I did that. All right, now I'm gonna let it go.
Let me just say that last part of him ghosting her, that did not add to the story at all.
It was just.
I just want to know what happened after the W Rizz. So he didn't security bag. He just kind of like fumbled it.
Maybe that was a test. He was just like, I want to see if this works. And then
he didn't even fumbled it. Like he got the ball. He had the bag, and he was just like, "You can have it."
like,
he just dropped
like
it.
SpongeBob.
He ain't even fumbled it. He just dropped it. He's like, you know what?
Said, now let him have it. You can have it.
Hey, thanks.
Say thanks. Nah. Our bro, you know what? Forget our Rizz moments, our Rizz locations. To be honest with you, a church has out. No matter what you do, if you try to Rizz in a church, it's an L.
So you call me out?
You're in the place of God, sir.
Hey man, I'm trying to get that heavily,
Nah, the only thing you need to Rizz up is Jesus in that household.
Why am I rizzing up Jesus?
Why you trying to Rizz up Hey, yo!
That's a little testosterone. Ain't no.
I'm just saying.
God's like, whoa. I know I made this nigga, but I know I didn't make it gay. Because, like, the heck, I mean.
Now, I know they always say love the Lord with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength, but this ain't what we meant.
Yeah. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? You got to get Jesus in your corner while you Rizz up women into your corner, you know what I'm saying? A library is a W Rizz location. I'm not going to lie to you. And you don't even have to. Nah, you should probably, if you talk to a woman, you should probably know the book she's reading if you go talk to her. If you don't know the book she's reading.
Well, maybe you got to have some context, but not exact.
Like,
if you know who the author is, then.
Yeah.
Or at least be like, hey, like, I heard about this book before. Like, is it good? Or, like, I heard about people talking about this book before.
Context. If you go up to a chick and she's reading To Kill a Mockingbird, by all means, go ahead. You should know what that book is about. If you don't know what that book is about, I know you wasn't paying attention to English class.
Well, what if people didn't read that book?
You know you read that book. Stop lying.
I didn't read that book in my school. We read The Great Gatsby.
I read both.
We read both.
Yeah, we read both.
We didn't read
The class was you in. What did they have y'all read?
Bam, we just read Great Gatsby and we read Beowulf.
Okay, we read Beowulf too.
Yeah, we didn't read Beowulf. That might be the different book. Anyways, fine. Yeah. But, you've heard of To Kill a Mockingbird.
I've heard of it, but I don't really know much about it, to be honest with you.
So there you go. You could go Rizz up a whole woman in the library about To Kill a Mockingbird. And all you got to say is, hey, is that book that y'all read in high school? I didn't get a chance to read it. So, what's it about? And then she's speaking for at least 10, 15 minutes.
And I hear a word she say.
It don't matter what she's saying. She's speaking. So already, you're talking. Make a few jokes in between her speaking, and then it's W Rizz. Sliding in the DMs on school websites and emails. Crazy amounts of it. That's
okay. You just calling yourself. See, this is why we said you called you the guy, because you just gonna call yourself
this
out.
Narcissism complex that you have is crazy.
For those who don't know what we're talking about, basically sum it up. Charles reached out to a girl on Blackboard and emailed her, and somehow got a girl on Discord, and now he think he's the Rizz God, because it's just wild. Because I feel like if me and Dre were to try that, we get straight to 9. They'd be like, "Who do you think you are?"
Also, I'm gonna tell y'all about another Rizz moment that y'all haven't heard about, but it happened earlier this week.
Oh Lord Jesus.
Craziest Rizz moment I've had to date. Or not crazy.
Why did you do this?
Oh no.
Don't tell me you have a whole girlfriend right now.
It's not the craziest Rizz moment, but it was a good one I had. Good little Rizz moment I had. I was at work You know, being a shift manager at Popeyes now comes with perks. I don't wear the ugly orange shirt no more, so I feel a little bit more confident in
You're
myself.
not wearing the jacket like last time.
Yeah, I'm not right now. It's cleaning right now.
Oh, okay.
But so this chick comes to my drive-thru. She got this super big old order, right? I'm like, oh, you got to park for that, ma'am. That's a 15-minute wait. She said, all right, cool. Boom. She go over there. I raise her up at the window, talk about her car because she's driving a nice, clean 2019 Toyota. And I was like, that is kind of nice. What kind of car this is? She told me the car, make, and model. And I was like, damn, that's kind of nice. Hey, low key, let me whip this hoe. Be a little passenger princess real quick. Let's slide over. Let me whip this hoe real quick. And then she was like, LMAO, you're so funny. Like, and I was like, who joking? Slide over. I got you. I'll whip this hoe. This hoe go from 0 to 80. I'll make it go that fast.
Wait, this is when you're trying to bring her order?
This is when I was cashing her out.
Oh.
This was in the middle of that little credit card process that's going down on the machine. So I'm hitting her with all these lines. She laughing. She think it's funny. I give her a card and I'm like, go ahead and park for me. I'll be right out for you. All right. And she said, okay, boom. 15 minutes pass. I get the food. I get the bag. I'm thinking to myself, maybe I can't raise this woman up. Let me try. I take out the bag. I give her the food. And I'm like, you want something else, man? You want some ketchup, some honey, my number, some hot sauce, anything like that? What can I get for you? Right? And she was like, huh? What was that third option? I think I wanted that one. And I was like, the third option? I was like, man, which one was the third option? Let me run it. What did I say again? What was some ketchup, some honey, my number, some hot sauce? That third one you wanted, right? And she was like, damn, I'm dyslexic. I wanted the second one. Give me some honey. And I was like, so you got jokes. You got jokes.
They turned that shit on you real quick.
Yeah. You was like, oh, you think you funny, huh?
I was like, okay,
this is not how we're supposed to work. You don't turn the tables on me.
Yeah, so I hit her with, okay, so you got jokes. I see how it is. Let me get you some honey and I'll be right back, right?
Hmm.
So I put the honey on a napkin and I was like, I put
You would have been like, we're out of honey.
Nah. I was like, I had her with here's a note. I put a little note on a napkin. I was like, swing it inside if you really fucking with me. Put the honey on top, put it over there, gave it to her. I made the note visible. And I'm like, you know what, man? That joke was kind of funny. I tried to find the sweetest honey for like the sweetest kind of girl. Boom. Hand it to her. She reads the note. I see her look out the window. She picked her head out. I'm walking away. And I got her number at the end of it. She came back inside and she's like, I gotta use the bathroom, and gave me the number. I ain't done shit with that number since I got it.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
But I know the line works now. So again, W Rizz.
I still can't believe she turned it back on you. She said, oh shit, I'm dyslexic. I want number.
I was like, no, that's crazy.
You're like, damn, that's tough. We're out of that. Do you want anything else?
So now I know I can raise up better Popeyes as long as I got the right game and the right woman.
I really could have pulled that, man.
Yeah, that's why I was laughing, because Dre's encountered a situation similar in a Whataburger, but I mean, if you see that girl now, you go back to the Whataburger. Whenever you go back, maybe you might see her.
Yeah.
See, and that's crazy because that line, it works on the customer side too. I didn't even think about it like that. When she be like, "Can I get you anything else?" And I can be like, "Can I get some ketchup in your number or something like that?"
That said the same shit. Look. But hey, can I get your order? Yes, can I have your number along with the sweet and spicy no mustard? Let me get some onion rings to switch it out with the fries. And can I get a sweet tea with that?
You don't even have to throw it at the beginning. You can throw it in the middle. Like, let me get a sweet spicy bacon burger. Put that on toast with some onion rings. Can I get your number on the side with a Sprite? And can you make that Sprite a large? I think I'm good. Make sure you get that little middle section though. That's the important part.
I could try that at my job because for my job, we ask people for their emails for warranty purposes. I'd be like, "Oh, can I get your email and your number for warranty purposes?" No,
that's not the same. That's like
I know, but like a lot of people, they're like, "Oh, you already have my number in your system, so she pulled that." I'd be like, "Nah, but we can get your number, so I put it in my system."
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, no, this is not for this. This is for my system. I'm trying to get your number right here. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes down to like jobs like that, I don't even say, "Let me get your number." I'm like, oh, have you ever shopped with us before? Whatever. Yeah, let me get your first name, last name, blah, 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 all that right now. Cool. Is this all for you today, or did you want to get my number too? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. It's just kind of hard because like all my bosses are female, so I know they're gonna look at me like I know Ray, and I try to pick up girl right now.
Bro, what they gonna do?
What they trying to shut it down for?
No, I'm not saying they are. Like I have because with the Costa Rican girl, my manager heard me flirting, but she wasn't aware. She was like, "Ray, were you flirting with that girl?" I was like, "Yes," and she was like, "Oh, okay." So like, I'm pretty sure they don't care, but I feel like my boss is there. She gonna be like, "Ray, what the you asking for a girl's number for?" But I don't know. We'll have to see one of these days.
See, someone like me, when my boss asks, "Why'd you ask for her number? Or why'd you ask for her socials?" Bro, did you see her? Come on, all right, boss, look. Let's not look at this from a work perspective. Look at it from like a man's perspective.
A man's perspective. Like as a dude, you gotta respect
the game. You say you know she a bad female.
Come on, you see her.
Yeah, like bro, what are you talking? Oh, okay.
So you just leave. You let money walk out the door because she was obviously a dime piece.
Mm.
I'm just saying, man.
But like, boss, I'm trying to secure the bag for me and for you. Like, come on now. Like,
don't be selfish.
But nah.
Yeah.
Rizz moments at Popeyes is kind of crazy because these lines shouldn't be working. And for the most part, they don't work. But there's off chances where they do work. Like when I'm about to close, I tell people come to my drive-thru talk about some, oh man, I've had such a long day. I'm just ready to go home. Me too. What time are you picking me up?
But see, I feel like that's just you, Charles.
Yeah.
That is you, bro.
Because I can't do that. I'd be like, they're going to look at me like I'm a weirdo for asking this. Like,
because if I say something like that, that will feel a bit forced. Like that's not something that I will say in that situation.
Exactly.
Because I had a woman say,
I would say, damn, that's crazy. I can't help you with that, but like you still got to order with something like that. Like you can pull that off.
All my Rizz moments are out the window after they've ordered. They just gotta pay. I just say, "Hey, go get your card." And then I ask them how they're doing, and they say something along the lines of, "I'm just trying to get home. I'm so tired." I lean in the window, I'm like, "Bro, me too. What time we going home? You can take me with you right now. I'll jump out this window."
Charles just climbing through the window.
Like, what you trying to get into? Like, I can really hop in this passenger seat. We can both be on the way. They be all right.
Just have her move. You drive her home, dude.
That's what I'm saying. You said you was tired. I can really hop in, drive. Just give me the address and I'll be right over there. We both make it home. Don't even worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Take me with you. I whip out my little manager card. I'll clock out right now. And we can both walk out here. And half the time I be getting women telling me, all right, let's go. All right, let's do it. Like, I'm like, man, stop.
Say less. I'm ready to talk out right now.
Because I don't think you really thought that through.
Nah, because like I get women that be like, all right, hey, we could do it. We really could. And I'm like, yeah, we could. Like, what's up? Like, what's up then? And then they just be like, man, you funny. And then like I get
they want to play around with it.
Exactly, and that's all it is. But one of
that's just something they can take home to their girls. Be like, oh yeah, this guy at Popeyes, talking about he wanted to get my car, take me home, and I teased them, and then I was like, and then
I got my food and I went home, and I was like, crazy. But nah, that's really it. I don't really have other Rizz moments outside of that.
I was just about to say, I was like, now we can go on to the simp behavior.
Well, I would say like another like tip for Rizz. A lot of times, like specifically for me, I just don't be saying much. And sometimes the best thing you can do is just shut the fuck up.
Don't say that.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like your facial expressions, because you know me, I'm a guy for facial. I'd be like, yeah, I just happen to make a face. I just happen to make a face, and they think it works every time.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of do the same thing. I was saying like the best, like one of the best things you can do is just like put her in a position where like she's the main one doing the talking and you're just like listening. And then more importantly, it's just kind of like if you don't really know what to say in the situation, just listen to what she's saying and then like ask questions.
Yeah,
based off of that.
I agree.
Hold up, where did you get a burger from?
Oh, it's a chicken sandwich, dog.
Oh, whatever. What do you
look like a burger?
I've been at the chicken sandwich. Got the pickle falling off, whatnot.
Nah, because there's one Rizz moment I had where it worked. Well, it didn't work, but like she contemplated about it later. She was, I should have. So like this little machine thing, we were outside and we went to like a poetry slam or something. And she was like, damn, I'm cold. And I was like, well, I mean, I could wrap my arms around you. That would fix both our problems. But, that's just me. And then, like, she looked at me and smiled. But, like, she was like, oh, no, I'm good. Whatever. And then later she was like, that was a nice line. I was like, I don't know why you didn't, fall for it. Yeah.
Yeah, like, I remember, like, this was, like, years back when a female that I knew, like, she said the same thing. I was like, damn, that's crazy. You should have had your own jacket.
No, that's crazy.
No, that's not Rizz. That's disrespect.
No, that's crazy disrespectful. Damn, you should have had your own. I mean, look, to be fair though, that was the same girl that sent the snap.
Oh, Lord. Okay. I was like, if it's a friend, I would say that. I'd be like, oh, damn, that's crazy. Go get your own jacket or something. But yeah, if it's someone like I'm trying to Rizz up.
I mean, we were kind of cool like that. She kind of knows that like I'll be saying stuff like that to her.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, I was going to say, y'all are like friends, so you can get away with that. But yeah, because I remember I was walking with a group of females or whatever on campus, and like everyone was just silent. It was a weird night. Like we all just came from the library, and I was like, "Damn, it's dark as hell." And then like there was like one of those poles. I don't know what it was for, but like it's one of those poles where technically people will jump over all the time. I was like, "Should I jump over this?" And they were like, "Yeah." I said, "Well." I said, now I'm kind of scared because I feel like if I jump over this and I bust my ass, y'all gonna leave me and I'll ask for help. Y'all all gonna say, damn, that's crazy. And then they all started laughing because they knew it was true. I was like, yeah, let me just not jump over this and embarrass myself.
I mean, to be fair, if you were in this situation, how would you react?
Mm-hmm.
What you mean?
Would you have been like, damn, that's crazy?
Oh, if they jumped over?
Yo.
If they all jumped over and they all bust their ass, I'd probably be laughing at them. I'd be like, I'm gonna take my ass on home. Like,
there you go. Hey, W frame right there. W frame.
But yeah.
We get into the simp.
Yes, sir. Simp behavior. Lord. I feel like I don't want to call this man a simp because I don't know how to explain it. So do you believe, I guess this is a topic that I'm going to bring up. Do you believe that, like, in marriage, you can still be a simp?
No.
Like,
I don't really think so. I mean, like, you can, but it's a bit more difficult.
Yeah.
Because when you're being a simp, you're going out of your way to try to win the woman over. Okay. When you're married to her, you technically have already won. I don't want to say won her over because it's not, you don't want to get to a place where you're like
complacent.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's like, you don't really have to try that hard to like try to like get with her, whatever the case may be, because you're technically reached like that big goal of like being tied with her for the rest of your life, ideally. So,
all right, I'm gonna cut that off then, because I was gonna say like there was a guy in the store about something, but if that doesn't apply, then I'm not gonna really go down that road. Let's see, simp behavior. Really think of.
I can give you some behavior.
Of course you can.
I'm gonna let you that process. So.
Well, go ahead then.
Before you begin, where are we at on time?
Well, right now we're at 32 minutes.
Okay, very good. Charles.
All right, simp behavior. And I know this was simp behavior because I've seen this is crazy. This dude, simp behavior number one. I have a coworker that's always late to work. Always late to work. Without a doubt, 3 things starting to life: death, taxes, and this nigga never being on time.
How did he get the job?
We needed managers at the time, so he was like kind of perfect for that. But, dude, so one day I asked dude, I was like, dude, why are you always late? He said, and I quote, "Oh, dog, I get up right on time for me to be on time to work. But my girl just never let me get out of bed. So I'm always an hour and a half late to work."
Wait, an hour and a half? He should be fired, dude. There's no way.
I was going to say 5, 10, maybe 15
Yeah, I'm thinking he come in 5 to 15 minutes late. An hour and a half?
Almost every
time. Why y'all letting him get away with this?
Because we just need staff. We need staff.
But
he ain't getting no out. He lost a whole hour of pay.
If he ain't coming into an hour and a half later, for an hour and a half, you ain't got no staff.
So, like, it varies.
Sometimes scenario.
Sometimes he's 30 minutes late. Sometimes he's an hour and a half late. Keep in mind, no one at this store has seen this woman in their life. We don't know what his girl looked like. All we know is she got to be bad enough for him to be simping in bed talking about for her to be in bed with him talking about no, babe, don't leave. And he roll over and say, man, Papas don't need me like that. Bro, I told him, bro, you got to stop simping. Like, come on, dog, be your own man.
Yeah, go to work. Like, because even girls don't like that. Be like, oh, you late to work and stuff like that. Like, unless it was like you got in an accident or something. But like, if she's the reason, like, golly, bro, like, get a hold of your woman.
It's not even get a hold of your woman at that point. For me, it's just, bro, be your own man. Like, come on, dog.
talking about, oh, I guess I'll snuggle 30 more minutes until I go to work.
Wait,
like,
did you ever see a picture of her?
I've never seen her in my life. It could be a whole lie. For all I know, he can lie about simping. The issue is that why would you lie about simping? So I just assumed he was never lying.
Because even when I was talking old girl last year, like she'd want to stay in bed with me, and I was like, girl, you going to class. I don't care. You getting out my bed and you go to class. Unless you don't feel good, sure you can stay. But you, at least in her aspect, she was like suffering in her classes grade wise. So I was like, you need to go on to class. And she was like, okay, fine.
If she wasn't feeling well, you will still have her in your bed?
Well, she'd already slept the night before, so it was...
That's crazy.
At that point, it don't matter to me. Now, like if we were in a relationship or something, like, all right, cool. But it's like, at least for me, if I was in that situation, I can't be like, I mean, damn, we already slept together. I might as well show her cooties at that point. No, nigga, get shit out of soul. You better go to your room, get a mask or something. Like,
well, I mean, whatever she had, I didn't catch. Like, I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah, nah. I just is it okay? You got a chick, right? Mind you, y'all aren't dating yet. You're still trying to win her over, right?
Mm-hmm.
If she says, "Hey, can you go give me some dinner?" Here, I'm not gonna give you no money or nothing, right? Just, hey, here's some dinner. Can you give me this? Can you give me a Whataburger? But can you get my drink from Sonic? It's right there. Are you simping?
You want to travel to 2 different locations?
Yeah. Now, granted, the locations aren't far from each other, but it's still, you end up making.
She got it. First of all, I'd only understand, like, if, for example, like you said, she's getting, like, stuff from Whataburger, like a bacon and an egg, I don't know, something. And then she want, like, a slushie from Sonic or something, which is already a weird mixture at that. But, like, let's just say she got to be, like, bad, or I got to be in a real good mood to, like, feel that type. Or I already have to be on my way out to be doing that. Because otherwise I'd be like, girl, you better send me some money to do that. Because
Nah, no bread. She doesn't send you no bread.
She send you no bread.
I don't. Again, she gotta be real bad, or I have to be in a good, like a really great mood. Like my day has to be out the ballpark. It's got to be a Friday. I got all my homework done. I got nothing to do for the day. Huh?
You got paid that day.
I got paid that day. The new game I was waiting for just came in. Like the stars have to align. If there's one thing wrong, I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. But I guess that makes me a simp in that aspect. But yeah, no, like if she's not giving me no bread, I'd be like, okay, well, you know what you can do? Go to School Cafe, get yourself some cereal.
I feel like getting her food isn't a simp thing to do at all. It's when you hit multiple locations for different items that that's a simp thing.
Because if it's 2 and they're like not that far from each other, cool. But she's like, oh, can you go to Chick-fil-A, give me Chick-fil-A fries, and go to McDonald's, give me a Happy Meal. Then go to
nuggets from McDonald's.
Yeah, then I want a half a sub from Subway. Like, no, like you getting one meal from one restaurant. That's it.
I guess it also depends on like the dynamic you have with her too.
Yeah.
Like if you like real cool with her, like say like for my example, like I was on my way to work and I was just grabbing something from Smoothie King. And one of my coworkers asked like if I can pick her up something to eat, and I was just like, okay, sure. But it was only one location, number one. So
Yeah.
that already doesn't count. And then number two, it was the last day. So I was just like, okay, like I'm in a good mood and I don't really care that much. I'm just trying to get through this last couple hours that I got of this. So whatever.
I did the same thing at the Y. And I was with multiple, well, both female and male. But they said like, oh, we'll pay you when you get back. And they did. So I was like, okay, bet. I got them their meals. And again, it was all from the same place. We all got Whataburger. And then I brought it to them. They all paid me. So, no bread. Multiplication.
Buying food for multiple occasions it wraps for me.
I don't know if it's simp behavior, but it's just like,
it's extra.
Why?
Yeah.
Why go through all that?
Because I don't know any girl who does that anyway. They just want something from one place. I don't know any girl who's been like, oh, go get this from here and this from there.
I think simp behavior is, it's weird to describe by word, right? But like, imagine you're on a family vacation, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you catch like your cousin like offered every time, right? Oh snap! Hey, this is my girl, real quick. Give me a sec. I got you. And having a full on conversation with her in the middle of like a family vacation. Every time she rings, if y'all were in the middle of an exercise or doing an activity or whatnot, like let's say y'all playing basketball, right? That man get a ring in his ear. Hey, time out real quick.
Oh, you gonna stop playing? Nah, hey, I'm just texting my girl, hey, I'm in the middle of a game. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Like that's
no. Every time she rings, no matter what y'all are doing, he stops just to have that conversation.
I won't even like hit her up at that moment in time at all.
Exactly.
Not until after the game, because I more than likely would not have the phone like that on me. But then again,
I'm assuming this is an aspect like you have your phone on the court or something. You hear your phone go off and you check, and then
like it's not like the phone in your pocket. It's like the phone is like in your bag. And he see it flash, so he stopped to go check it real quick.
I mean, yeah.
Flash. What if he on the other side of the court? He gonna see the flash and be like,
maybe it's a full game. Yeah, like you coming down the court, you see, oh, my phone flashing or something.
Run to the other side of the court. Hold up. Hello?
No.
Yeah. Literally, every time. I'm not talking about like it's when it's convenient for him. I mean, like every time she calls, it's hey, yo, hold up. Hey, babe, what's going on? No, I'm not busy right now.
In that aspect, you only get away with that if you're married. Because it might be something serious, but yeah,
they're not even dating.
I know what I'm saying, but yeah, if you're not even, if y'all are talking, like, nah, because it has to be either dating or you gotta be married to where I'm picking up every time, and it might be an emergency, but yeah, if we just talking, no, because the only, I guess, something that I did when I was talking to a girl. And this was the girl from last year, was that I had her call me every time she got off work, because she got off work at like 1:00 in the morning. And, being on campus, first, she got the worst parking because everyone was already asleep or whatever. And where she walked was hella dark. So I was like, no offense as a man, I was like, I'm not walking out there just to walk her back. So I'm going to have her on the phone to make sure, if something happened, I know what happened. I can report it to the police. So I told her to call me every time that she did that, regardless if I was about to pass out or not. So I guess maybe that's only something, because she did abuse that a lot. But I was, trying to make sure she was safe.
No, I feel that. And that's the only something I think I've done is like, I have a chick currently like who calls me in the morning when she's going to work, and I just answer it. But I feel like I'm not doing that anymore because I'm also passing out like on the phone while she's there. So I'll wake up to answer the phone, and I'll pass back out while the phone is already answered.
Because there was one time I was like, okay, I'll walk out there. So I walked all the way, met her at her car, and then walked her back. That was also just because I was still wide awake and I was like, do some exercise. Yeah, no, if you are talking and you over here having to stop your whole, because at that point, what's with the vacation? If you giving this girl who's not your girlfriend more time than this family vacation that you want to spend, what's the point? Might as well just have stayed home.
Hold up. So that reminds me of a similar situation of not me, not anybody that I know of, but I saw this clip of this dude who used to be in a relationship with this female. They broke up. It didn't really show any context of like why they broke up or whatever. They was just like, no, well, all I know is that like this is his ex, apparently. But I guess he was cool with the family or whatever because she and her family was having like some kind of family vacation or family reunion or whatever. Tell me why this man pulled up. It was like a whole weekend thing. It wasn't like just a singular event. It was like a whole weekend, like.
He pulled up to the family reunion. I mean,
he pulled up to the family reunion, bro. Despite the fact they ain't even together no more.
The family likes you. I mean, it's different if family asked, oh, can you come in that aspect? But if he just invited himself, then that's a little weird. Yeah.
I don't even know, like, if the family invited or not. But I would feel like even then, you can still like the family, be cool with the family, but still explain to them, like, at that point in time, hey, I'm not really sure, like, if I should be around y'all right now because of the situation with me and your daughter / sister / whatever, and don't want to make things, like,
more awkward
with, like, the whole family in general. And I'm sure they will be able to respect that. So I don't really buy that. Me personally, I don't.
Oh, of course.
Me personally, I've never had that issue. Every woman I've dated, her family liked me more than she liked me. So it is what it is.
That's not a good thing to say.
See, this is what I'm saying. The narcissism is real.
Her family like me way more than she like.
Hold up. But I doubt this isn't narcissism. This is a factual statement.
No, that's all narcissism.
That's something a narcissist will say.
This is narcissism. This is a factual statement.
Hold up. Like, no.
I got proof though. Right?
I don't care about your proof. It's still narcissism.
It's not. That's the thing, though. Is it really narcissism if there's proof of
it? Yes.
Man, that's crazy.
Okay, what is this proof that you are so confident about?
All right. So, the very first chick I dated, after we broke up, After we broke up and all that, I got a call from her grandma the next following Thanksgiving asking me if I still wanted another plate of desserts. I told my ex at the time, hey, talk to your grandma. I don't think she know we not together. My ex then proceeds to tell me, why do you think that? I said, because your grandma asked me if I wanted a plate of desserts. My ex says, that's crazy. I just talked to my grandma earlier today, And she asked me where you was, and I explained that we weren't together no more. Me? Now, why would your grandma still offer me a plate of desserts if she knew how we broke up and all that?
Okay. Well, see, I feel like in that situation, that's just it is what it is.
Yeah.
Now,
because she's just like, oh, like, well, he's still nice or whatever. No, let me still lend him.
Example number 2: same woman, different members of the family. They all hit me. They all go on vacation together, and her cousins and some of her aunts ask, "Why you ain't invite me?"
Hold up.
Damn.
All right. You going?
The hood not coming. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta make sure. You know what I'm saying? And we call lacking out here in the streets. Go on.
They're war crazy. But yeah, this woman, her whole family asked, why wasn't I invited? I could have been invited. It would have been a great time. They wanted to see me. Again, we broke up for months. I thought maybe her family didn't know. That's why she's telling me this story. But this side of the family, she told immediately after. So again, her family just liked me like that. Like, it was crazy. Also had another chick's grandma that loved me talk about I know y'all aren't together, but I'd still love for you to come and barbecue for the 4th of July for us. If you cool with that. Me?
That's a little awkward for me.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of tension between me and her right now. I don't think that's a great idea. Thank you for the offer, though, and I appreciate the opportunity. But I think I'm going to pass on this one. I don't think it's comfortable for her. Also, her grandma, while we were dating, bro, just give it up. Give it up. Like, give it up to that man. Like, he just give it up. Like, he obviously don't look happy. You got to just give it up. Me?
They said that?
She was telling her grandma put out. Me?
What?
They told her to give it up to you.
When she...
No, bro. A family that's telling their own daughter to give up the cooch is crazy. That does not happen. This is how I know you are possibly capping. How does this...
So, no. Because her grandma... Okay, so her grandma is quite controlling.
Imagine that conversation. They're like, yo, you need to do this. He needs to...
No. So
how come you ain't fucked my daughter yet?
So let me explain.
She didn't give it up for you. I told that woman to give it up to...
So let me explain. Her grandma thought that the best way to be in a relationship is to, give and take. You give and take. She was like, he's paying for lunch. He's driving all this way to Sugarland, coming from Cyprus in Jersey Village. The least you could do is show some love and affection and some caring for that. And then after a certain point of me going on down there a few times, it got to the point where whenever something happened between us and we talked and we were on the phone to resolve it, her grandma would come in and try to comfort her. And eventually her grandma would just be like, see, it'd be crazy because if you were putting out, like I told you, you could be putting like if you could, you're not giving the needs that he might be needing. Is that what it is? Is that why y'all fighting right now? I don't know what y'all fighting about, but is it over coochie? Because it seemed like it might be. Me, every time her grandma said this, no, that's wild. I'm not even it's not even about that.
Wonder what this grandma went through to be telling her granddaughter that.
Her grandma saying this?
Her grandma was the one, because her grandma...
He's like, oh, I know from experience, just give it up. He gonna stay longer. He gonna be happy. He gonna be satisfied.
Her grandma invited me over for dinner, right? We eat dinner, right? And I'm like, I'm gonna go help her. I'm gonna go help my girl do the dishes, right? Her grandma come downstairs, see me and her doing the dishes, get mad, talk about why y'all both doing the dishes? Why he doing the dishes? Honey, come sit on the couch. You want some dessert? You want some cake? She gonna do the rest of them dishes. Me? No, it's fine. I can help her out. Like I don't mind helping out doing the dishes. No. She gonna do the dishes, and you gonna sit on this couch. Now, do you want some cake?
I'm a little violent with that one.
Let me sit on the couch.
Masculine energy is real.
I'm sitting on the couch. Let me get a slice of chocolate cake with it. And I had to sit there and eat the chocolate cake while my girl was washing everybody in the house dishes. And I was sitting.
Talking about she really got mad at me because I tried to wash the dishes with my girl.
No, worst part was her grandma passed me the remote and said, "Here you go, in case you want to change the channel." I don't know. She be watching this all the time, but that don't mean you gotta watch this. And I was like, Grandma, just say you don't like her, dog. You don't like her.
She really has something against her granddaughter. Like, oh, Lord.
That's crazy. That's sad, but like funny at the same time.
Like dating that chick was really funny, but it was costly because again, Jersey Village to Pearland is not cheap.
Oh, I bet.
No, not at all.
But it was man, that was a funny experience. I don't think I've ever had such a funny dating relationship before in my life.
Wow, that is hilarious.
But nah, so there's not proof. People grandmothers just love me more than they love their granddaughters. I don't know what to say. It just kind of happens.
I can't really talk anything more because that's wild enough as it is.
I don't even remember the original topic. Not why do you simp? When we talk about simping and whatnot,
simp like behavior.
Simp behaviors. Oh yeah. I actually had one. I had a real behavior that happens, and I was going to ask y'all about it. Right? Dudes that swipe on a guy, men ain't shit. Snaps and Instagram post. Talk about them. Give me a chance. I feel like you're simping if you at any point in time a woman says dudes aren't shit, and you like, let me get a chance. I can show you I'm something different. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like the other guys out here. Like, bro, I feel like you're just simping at that point.
Okay, I cannot lie. I've been that guy, but at least the circumstance I was in, I didn't talk about the dude. Like, I was just like she's like, oh, men are crap and blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, well, happens. And, you can either choose to stay with this person or you can choose to leave this person. I'm not going to make that decision for you. I straight said that. I was like, you're your own person. I can lead you to the door, but I can't open the door for you, practically speaking. And, she made a decision to leave the dude. And then that somehow led to, me being the next guy that she talked to. But I didn't strictly, talk about it. Oh, yeah, men are shit. Let me show you better. Because, even Alyssa tried to pull that thing on me. She was like, oh, come get your mans. And I was like, who's my mans? And she was like, oh. Or I was like, that dude is not my mans. Like, why are you saying that? And I was like, yes, given your situation, that's how you feel. But
what?
Still. Like,
she tried to claim him as your man?
Yeah, because she said, oh, come get you. And I was like, dude, that's not my man. So you know that's not my man. So why the you say that? Like
y'all were never cool like that.
Exactly. That's why. But I was like, still, I ain't gonna diss him because he's a dude. But I was like, he still made the decision he decided to make. But yeah, I was like, that's not my man's. Don't compare me to him. But yeah, I just do it differently. So I don't like talk about the guy, and I don't try to put myself as I'm the next guy you should be with. I'm just like, like shit happened. You make a decision, and you'll find someone else. But I don't try to present myself as that next person.
That's definitely like simp behavior, though. Not exactly what you're doing, but just generally speaking, just like going out of your way to talk shit about the dude in general. Behind his back.
Because what if she, goes and tells him, "Oh yeah, well, I've been talking to a guy, and he's been helping me get over you, but he talks so much shit about you." Then you look like a bad dude because you're talking a whole nother dude you don't know or may know. It just depends. But yeah, I'm like, still to go out of your way and talk crap about someone you don't know like that, like, still. But not be me. That's all I'll say.
One God. I just there's a lot of things that are just weird.
Yeah. Well, we got to an hour on this one.
God.
I guess moral of the story, or not moral of the story, just like the whole thing is just kind of like, if I had to sum up simping, and we can end it off of this, I guess just going out of your way for a female that like you may possibly know or you don't know. Either way, you don't have a deep connection or you don't have the appropriate type of dynamic with her to justify this type of behavior. But ultimately, just doing things, even if it comes to at the expense of your own self-respect or like your own like character or whatever you stand for, at the end of the day, just for her validation and her approval. And the worst part is 9 times out of 10, it doesn't work. Like ultimately, you're just going to stay in that same spot on the bench, just like you always do, while the whole nother dude who probably ain't do all that ends up becoming a starter. So I guess at the end of the day, it's just you don't have to do all that. Just if you feel like you have to like constantly, like not even constantly, if you have to go way out of your way, just like her validation or for her to be interested in you, not more than likely not worth it at the end of the day.
Basically, right? Don't. All right. Yeah. Okay. So look, basically, in a sense, to make it real short and real sweet, stop being a best friend when you're trying to be a boyfriend. Like, it's not the same. And I get I understand like there's dudes out there that are like genuinely nice guys, but like if you fill that best friend role and she constantly treats you like you're that best friend role, like someone she can call on whenever she needs to do, or damn, let me borrow $5 real quick, and you just be like, oh, you need 5? Shit, I only got 20. Here's 20. Like, bro, what are you doing? Like, come on, dog. And then you know she knows that what she want. We both know that she knows what you want. But you're not getting it anytime soon. Like, that don't make sense to me. Why be somebody's best friend when you really want to be their boyfriend? Like, bro, come on. Do better.
I think that's the easiest route, which, some can pull it off, but it's a very, very, very slim chance, and it always depends on the girl.
That's a
I wouldn't even say the easiest route. I would just say it's.
Oh no, I'm saying oh, my bad. I said they think that's the easiest route. That's what I was saying. I didn't say it was.
If anything, that's the route that people will take when they don't have to put their self-esteem on the line.
Yeah.
And they don't have to risk damaging their ego. I would say more importantly than that, it's just like when you find a female that's truly, genuinely interested in you, a lot of times you don't have to go above and beyond like that. Not as much as you had to do with the other female that you did just for her to maybe give you a sliver of like acknowledgement whenever she needs something, whether it's like emotional support or food or some type of shit. Like if she's genuinely interested in you, you'll know. And you will not have to put in half as much unnecessary effort as you did with all the other females. So, and I'm gonna just leave it off of that.
So. Basically, stop giving women 100% of your energy when they're not giving you any. If she's not reciprocating in some type of way, with most of it being like acknowledging you or being interested in the shit you do or shit you say, she just sees you as a friend, or even less than that, an acquaintance at that. I had to learn that the hard way, unfortunately. But I learned that lesson. So, but we gonna end it here. We're already getting kind of long with the episode, so
yeah, we definitely.
I mean, it was still good. It was funny with shit. So, yeah. Thank you for watching another episode of This Is Bullshit. So follow us, subscribe, like our other videos. All our videos somewhat have something to do in common with one another. I feel like what we talk about. Just keep posted and keep out for new videos that we release on a week-to-week basis or every 2 weeks. And y'all got anything else y'all want to say to the people?
You come up with help us come up with more topics potentially. Like send them in the comment section or whatever the case may be. Make sure if you rocking with this podcast and you just checking it out for the very first time, first of all, welcome along, welcome aboard. You know what I'm saying? Also, we got other episodes prior to this one. Make sure that you check out those episodes as well. Catch you up to speed. You know what I'm saying?
Personal favorite episode, 8. Yep, that one. That's my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
Is that the one I think it is?
Yeah, it is.
I think so. Maybe.
You'll really rock with that one.
I'm about to check right now. Yes, it is.
Is it the one you're thinking
I'll
of?
let y'all figure that one out for yourself. Jesus. But again, stay tuned and we'll see y'all in the next one.